Hey, how you doing? This is Marlon Hurd, the Valuenaire, and here again with some great valuable information. Today we're going to talk about, what troubles people, or what are the challenges people have with getting ahead financially. All right, especially when it comes to their future. Okay. The way the system things is set up is not set up for you to be financially successful. It's set up for you to be a slave. Okay, when slavery ended in the United States, okay, I'm just focusing on the United States right now. When slavery ended in the United States, the powers that be, the people that got wealthy from slavery, said we have to find a way to keep this thing going. All right, there's a song by Lauryn Hill I love. It's called "Everything Is Everything," and she said the ones on top won't make it stop, so convinced that they might fall. And that's the truth. The ones on top do not want this monster to stop because they're afraid that they'll fall. All right. I mean, they own trillions of dollars and they're afraid they're going to fall. Okay. So for the masses, everyone else, your goal in this whole financial life, your time that you're here is to be a slave to the ones on top. Okay. But there's a way to beat them at the game. You're not going to beat them at everything, but there's a way to alleviate some of the pains, okay? So we have all these things that are important to us. We have like our current income, right? Our current income. We got, the dream house you want to get, the dream car. We got vacations, family, friends, relationships, all these, kids, bills, all these things that we that we're responsible for, that are important to us with our current income, okay? Your future income is based on investing, all right? So the future income and the generational income that comes after you're gone for your grandkids, your great-grandkids, or your great nieces and nephews, or whoever your dogs, your cats, whatever that it may be, that foundation, or that you want to invest, that you want to leave your money to, is all based on being able to invest. Now, the challenge is all these things that you are responsible for with your current income, it doesn't leave a lot of room for the future. It doesn't leave a lot of room. It doesn't leave any cash left over or money left over for you to invest in the future. And what that means is that you don't have any cash flow. All right, you don't have any cash flow because you have things like, all right, you have things, let me erase this real quick. You have things like inflation. All right, and my mentor calls this the silent killer. Okay, and inflation is just based on businesses. If the business wants to charge more for a loaf of bread, they can. They want to charge more for gas, they can. They want to charge more for shoes, they can just make the price higher, okay? And one day you look up, everything's more expensive, right? You got this amount of bread, but it costs this much, all right? So inflation is something we call the silent killer. Now, here's the challenge. Here is the challenge. Inflation goes up, but your income doesn't go up, all right? Your boss doesn't say, well, hey, it costs more for you to get to work because gas went up, so we're going to give you a raise. Okay, it costs more for your house, or costs more for your apartment, or costs more for your clothes and your daily living, but but we're not going to give you a raise. Okay, your job doesn't give you a raise with inflation. Okay, so what happens is that if you were making $50,000 a year 5 years ago, today it's worth $40,000. Okay, because of inflation. You don't get more money as inflation goes up. Okay, the boss is like, we're not doing that. So what you need to do is find something that outpaces inflation. And what allows you to do that is having money to invest. And when you have money to invest, let's say inflation is 2% a year, but you're investing your money in a vehicle that grows 4% a year, you're outpacing inflation by 2%, which puts you ahead. All right. The problem is no one has any cash flow to invest. So what happens? Your money, your dollar goes down. Right. The power of your dollar goes down. All right. So the goal here is to what? First thing you want to do is lower your taxes. All right. Taxes is not a silent killer. We all know we pay too much in taxes. That's just bold in your face. When you get your paycheck, it's already gone. It's not even paid. It's taken. You're taxed on everything. You're taxed when you're alive. You're taxed when you die. You're taxed when you're young. You're taxed when you're old. You're taxed on everything. Everything. So first thing you want to do is lower your taxes. Next thing you want to do is lower your debt. Okay? Get rid of those debts. That's what's holding you down. Okay? Get rid of the debt. Okay? Now, if your debt's current, pay it off. If it's in collections and late payments and charge-offs, don't pay it. I have another process for that, okay? And then the next thing you do is lower your expenses, okay? Stop spending so much unnecessary, stupid, dumb money, all right? So when you lower your debt, you lower your expenses, you lower your tax, all this, you want to go down. So what happens is, as you start to lower these, your cash flow begins to increase. And what is cash flow? Cash flow is measured in dollars. Cash flow is measured in dollars. Here's how this works. If you make $1 million a year, okay, and let's say that year you stop making income, but your bills are $2 million, well, your cash flow is 6 months. Because if you don't make any more money after the $1 million, your money will only last 6 months. But if you make $80,000 a year, okay, and let's say your income stopped, but your bills are only $40,000, your cash flow is 2 years, because you can pay your bills for a whole year and then pay your bills again for another year. Cash flow is measured in time. Income is measured in dollars. And so we have too many people chasing the dollar. They're chasing income instead of increasing their cash flow. Okay? So let's say we help you do all this and you have an extra cash flow of $500. All right? And then after we do all this with your current income, you have an extra cash flow of $500. Now, what we're going to add to this is business income. All right? We're going to take some of this cash and what? Invest in the business. And what is that? When you invest, what do you get? You get assets. Okay? When you invest in something, you're acquiring an asset. So you're going to take some money, invest in the business, and then this business is going to make some more cash. Let's say this business brings in an extra $500 a month. So after you lower your taxes, lower your debts, lower your expenses, you find an extra $500, increase your cash flow by $500, you add business to it, you increase your cash flow, you increase your cash again. After that investment, you increase your cash again, another $500. So now your cash flow is plus $1,000. All right, per month. So then you can take that extra $1,000, what? Invest more into your business, and then invest in other vehicles. Like there are vehicles out there, like life insurance vehicles, that you can invest in that can yield you 5 to 7% a year. You know, there are mutual funds that you can invest in. You can invest in real estate, right? There's all kinds of things that you can invest in. You can do your own research on that, all right? Or if you have some questions on that, I can help you with that, but that's a different training. But you can invest your money into other things that what? Will pay you more cash. And as you invest, what are you doing? You're acquiring assets. And as you acquire those assets, what do? They increase your cash flow. All right? And then after a while, your cash flow outpaces your income. All right? Now, I know you're looking at me like, Marlon, why are you screaming? Because this is exciting. They don't teach this stuff in school. All right? You are taught to be a slave. Slave away. I hate the boss. I hate my job. I hate the that, and then you die. Or you croak at a young age because you have a heart attack and you always stress. You always got headaches. You 20 looking 120. All right? Where it's a simple process. It's a very simple process. Okay? So if you want to know more how this can work in your life right now, okay, there's a link with this video. All right, request an appointment for a free tax and income analysis. All right, I have a system I have a tax calculator. I have a system that does an estimated tax and income analysis. That can see where we can start saving you some money, start increasing your cash flow. All right, get some business income going for you. So make sure you do that. Click on the link. Don't not do it. All right, I know it's a double negative. I know my aunt somewhere who's an educator is probably watching this and she's cringing, but don't not click the link, okay? My goal is to help 1 million people to become financially independent, and the only way to do that is to increase people's education, increase your knowledge of what you have access to. All right, that's all I'm doing is increase your knowledge of what you have access to. Okay, so again, my name is Marlon with the Valuenaire. One thing, you watch this video, and we'll be connecting with you soon.